welcome back to my channel. The destination lifestyle, where dining, eating, shopping, traveling, and indigo tales based on my true encounters with the supernatural is going to be shared to you only in this channel. Like everything else, all things have a beginning. And in the beginning section of this video, I'm going to share with you my earliest experiences as a young boy when I was, I think, about 6 or 7 years of age, As far as I remember, there was one incident that triggered this at that young age. My dad, at one point of a time, got himself a table lamp, a unique antique traditional piece of table lamp, where the shades are actually made from cow hide, from cow leather, and it has a perfect roundish shape and some, how do you call that? Some carvings that creates the, for the lights to shine through all these carvings. And that table lamp was placed on the corner of a desk, and when I was sleeping, I would, I would face the lamp at that corner of the desk. And that night, as I was dozing off, I remembered that I heard a music, kind of like a circus kind of music. And in my vision, I suddenly saw the table lamp started to turn. It just starts turning slowly in accordance with the music. And right underneath the shade where the lampstick was, I saw dark shadows of kids. Many of them. They were like, playing around the table lamp. And in between sleep, I wasn't really sure whether I was asleep at that point or I was just about to doze off. But I heard this music, I saw it turning, the table lamp shade, and these shadows of kids, they start to call me. Just, gestures. No words, no nothing except for the music. I know that they were calling me to join them with the fun. And I couldn't close my eyes, but at that point I decided to just pray, and not long after that, I snapped out of the situation and the lamp was still there. But that, I think, would be my very first encounter at about 6 or 7 years of age. And it still is something baffling. But fortunately, nothing bad happened from then on. Then as a kid, my second experience, as far as I could remember, there was a time, usually when I came back from school, I would, have my lunch and then did my homework or had some tuitions. And in the afternoon, I would try to relax, watching TV, watching cartoons on TV before I continued with my homework in the evening. And at that point, I remember that, my mom would sometimes buy food to bring home. Instead of cooking, she would buy all kinds of food to bring home for our dinner. And as I was watching cartoon, I started to have my meals at that point. And the strange thing was, I think I had kind of like 5 plates of rice and maybe 8 pieces of chicken. I couldn't really remember, but one thing I knew, no ordinary young kid at about maybe 6, 7, or 8 years old would be able to eat that much at one go. Nothing was really wrong at that time. I didn't feel like something was like, maybe like, some of you might think that I might get possessed, and having the spirit eating all the stuff that I had, but nothing. As far as I remember, I did not feel anything strange. Everything was perfectly normal, but except that I had that much food at one go. That was the earliest experiences as far as I could remember. And the third one, there was a point when my family was doing a renovation to our house. And so, since the renovation took about a year or so, we decided to rent a shop house, or in Bahasa it is the rumah toko, the ruko. Of course, as a shop house, it would have like 3 levels, 3 stories. I think at the top floor would be just an open space, and on the first floor, we made it as a garage for our cars, and we started living on the second floor and third floor. Now, on the second floor, as soon as you go up the staircase, we have this space on this side, which my dad would make with gypsum or some multiplex rooms for us. But at the far end, you can see all the window sills where all the sunlight would come in. And on the staircase up, the rooms, which created an alley through to the front side of the shop house, that's where my maid would normally did her ironing. Now, these incidents occurred a couple of times, but of course at that young age, I thought it was just, it's just something different, but it did not really bother me. Every time I came back from school, I would, went onto the second floor of the shop house, and then went into my room, clean up a bit, and then rearrange all my stuff before I walked out, of my room to have a lunch. But my habit at that time was to go and check on my maid doing the ironing on the front part of the shop house, with the windows and all the sunlights in. But as I walked through the alley and I entered that area, I always see this apparition. I think it wasn't really clear. I couldn't see the face, but I know it's a female dressed all in white. Like kind of like a waistline kind of hair, straight hair, right behind my maid, who was doing the ironing. But she was just standing there, being to herself, not moving, not communicating, nothing. At first I thought it was the sunlight playing tricks on my eyes, but a couple of times having that, sometimes like in the afternoon even, after I had my lunch and did my homework, I would go over there, and she was still there in the corner. And that happened as long as we were staying there for a year before we moved into our old house, which has been renovated. But these 3 stories were just like the beginning of the basic experiences that I had. I know at that age I did not feel scared at all. It was more to a confused and baffled of, of course I heard ghost stories, of course, but it did not occur to me that what I was seeing was actually supernatural, of course, until I get a bit older. But those experiences about my earliest encounter with the supernatural. It was still very vague. It was still very, soft, at that point. And like all stories, those are the beginning of my experiences. In the next video, I'm going to share with you more what I experienced. And until then, thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it 2 thumbs up, a like and a comment below if you do have some similar experiences before. And of course, click the subscribe button and the notification button so you know when I'm gonna upload my next stories. Until then, guys, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.